Welcome to the deep dive. Sometimes the really interesting stuff, the valuable insights, they don't come from where you expect. Not always the textbook, right?
Definitely not. Sometimes it's somewhere completely different.
Exactly. Like today, we're doing a deep dive into financial trading strategies, financial independence even, but looking at how it's presented on TikTok.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating. Our source material is basically excerpts from this one TikTok page, apptechlife.trade. They're pushing trading techniques.
But it's not just the trading videos, is it? We're also looking at the whole TikTok environment around it.
Right. The recommended celebrities, trending sounds, all of that. It gives you the context for how someone actually sees this stuff.
So our mission here is to kind of unpack how this really complex financial advice gets, simplified or maybe oversimplified on a platform like TikTok.
And pull out what's actually being taught, like this SMA5 technique they mention a lot.
Yeah, see what the practical bits are, but also look at the bigger picture, the lifestyle it's selling.
It's definitely a contrast. Serious finance talk next to, well, TikTok trends.
Okay, let's get into it then. This core technique, SMA5. What exactly are they saying it is?
So SMA5, it stands for Simple Moving Average over 5 periods. Basically, it averages the closing price of something over the last, say, 5 minutes or 5 days. Helps smooth out the noise.
Make it easier to see a trend, kind of?
That's the idea. And the creator, they keep calling it accurate and easy to use, a simple, practical, accurate way to enter the market, really pushing the simplicity.
Accurate and easy, that phrase definitely jumps out, especially for trading.
It does. And the keywords they use, they really hammer this home. Things like accurate trading method, easy investment technique, especially for Forex.
It sounds like they're positioning it as this one magic bullet, almost. But, how realistic is that? Is any single indicator really accurate and easy all the time?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The content, it mostly focuses on the upside, the ease of use. They don't really dwell much on the risk side from what we've seen.
And it's not just SMA5, right? They mention other things, too.
Yeah, other ways to supposedly simplify trading, like finding entry points everyone overlooks. And they claim this pattern repeats, allowing entry repeatedly, which, sounds very appealing.
Repeatable patterns, easy entry. Okay. What else?
There's advice on what kind of chart to avoid entering so you don't lose. And the flip side, what kind of chart to click enter without waiting for a pullback. Trying to give clear do-don't signals.
Right, making it seem very black and white.
Exactly. And they bring in other terms too, like fractal.
Fractal, okay, in trading, that usually means like a specific bar pattern, right?
Yeah.
Looking for peaks or valleys.
Yeah, that's likely it, yeah. Another visual pattern to spot. And they mention STO as well.
STO. Stochastic oscillator, probably.
Yeah.
That momentum thing.
Probably. They say it gives simple entry signal arrows, just wait and click. Again, emphasizing simplicity, calling it suitable for beginners.
And this is all geared towards specific platforms.
Yeah, they often tag hashtag ICOption, hashtag 8xtrade, and hashtag 4x. So specific brokers and the foreign exchange market seem to be the focus.
You can really see the appeal, though, can't you? All these simple steps, repeatable patterns. If you're new and feeling overwhelmed, this must look like a clear path.
Absolutely. It's like offering a shortcut through a really complex forest. It speaks directly to that desire for, actionable advice that doesn't require a finance degree.
Yeah, that makes sense. And this idea of a shortcut, it connects to something bigger they're selling, doesn't it? Not just a technique.
Oh, definitely. It moves way beyond the charts. It's about the lifestyle this knowledge supposedly unlocks.
The dream.
Totally. The source material has these quotes that are just, wow, like good knowledge and technique so we can be anywhere in the world.
Okay, the classic digital nomad pitch.
But then it gets bolder. Even war can't stop it. Open the computer and make money.
Whoa. Okay, that's quite a claim. Even war can't stop it.
It is. And another one. Don't worry, even on a mountaintop, because we can work anywhere. Forget being an office worker.
So it's not just learn to trade. It's escape your life. Forget the 9-to-5. Trade from anywhere. Unstoppable income.
Precisely. It's selling freedom, independence. This vision of a life completely untethered from, traditional work.
And that's incredibly powerful, that narrative. It taps into something really deep for a lot of people, especially now.
No doubt. The question then becomes, how does this mix work? You've got these seemingly specific technical tips paired with this huge aspirational lifestyle promise.
It's a potent combination for someone looking to learn and maybe change their circumstances.
Yeah, it hits both the practical how-to desire and the emotional what-if dream.
Okay, so we've got the strategy, the lifestyle pitch. Let's talk about the platform itself. TikTok. What's it actually like scrolling through this stuff? What's around these trading videos?
It's TikTok. The source excerpts show this feed where alongside the trading advice, you get recommendations for accounts of like major
Oh,
celebrities.
like,
Okay, get ready. Tate McRae, Bad Bunny, The Rock, Olivia Rodrigo, Shakira, Taylor Swift, Selena Gomez, Post Malone, Sam Smith, Nicki Minaj, Gordon Ramsay, Sia, Terry Crews, J Balvin, Ed Sheeran, Billie Eilish. It goes on. Bebe Rexha, Ozuna, Chris Brown, The Weeknd, JLO, Jared Leto, Justin Timberlake, Bruno Mars, Peso Pluma, Rihanna.
that is quite the list. So you're learning about SMA5 1 minute, and the next swipe could be The Rock or a trending dance.
Exactly. And you've got trending hashtags, popular music titles like Forever by Labyrinth or that Quinceañera song by Banda Machos. It's this wild mix of niche financial content swimming in the absolute mainstream.
Which really highlights how platforms like TikTok work, doesn't it? Everything mashed together.
But here's a really crucial piece of context. Inside the source material itself, there's a disclaimer.
Oh, what does it say?
It says, and I'm quoting here, this information is AI generated and may show irrelevant results and does not represent TikTok's views or recommendations.
Hold on. AI generated. So the trading tips themselves might be AI generated. And TikTok is explicitly saying this might be irrelevant and it's not our view.
That's what the disclaimer states. It's a huge caveat, right? You're watching these videos thinking you're getting expert advice, maybe from this apptechlife.trade person.
But the platform itself is waving a flag saying, maybe not, and maybe it's from an AI anyway.
Exactly. It throws the reliability into question, or at least it should make you question it.
That's massive for you listening to this to keep in mind. If you're seeing this kind of advice on TikTok or similar platforms, you absolutely have to dig deeper. What does it even mean for advice like this to pop up there with those kinds of warnings?
It means critical thinking is non-negotiable. You have to ask, where is this really coming from? Is it sound? Is it just repeating common knowledge, or is it genuinely insightful? Especially with that AI disclaimer in the mix.
And it brings up that whole idea of, democratization of information versus just noise. Platforms give access, sure, but sorting the signal from the noise, that's on you.
Right. And maybe a key thing to look for is why something works, not just that it supposedly works. And always, always cross-reference, especially if it sounds too easy.
So let's try and wrap this up. What does this all mean? This deep dive, it really shows this dual thing happening on platforms like TikTok, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. You've got the specific simplified techniques like SMA5 being presented as these easy access points to trading.
Like a how-to.
Right. And then layered right on top, or maybe underneath, is this incredibly powerful story about lifestyle transformation, financial freedom, work from anywhere.
The why bother.
Yeah.
All delivered in this super fast-paced, sometimes random TikTok feed.
And it just underscores how important it is for you, the learner, the consumer of this information, to be really critical, especially when big promises are being made about quick results or a whole new life.
That accessibility is great in theory, but it comes with homework, basically.
Yeah.
You have to vet the source, understand the risks, look past the shiny promises.
Beware of the hype. Look for the substance, the reasoning, the caveats. Is it explaining the why and the what-ifs, or just showing you the supposed easy path?
Yeah. Which leaves us with a final thought, maybe. In this world where algorithms feed you content for you, mixing celebrity gossip with niche expertise, how do we get better at telling the difference between real, actionable knowledge and just, well, aspirational marketing?
And what's the platform's role in that, especially when they're hosting stuff they label as potentially irrelevant or AI-generated? Where does their responsibility lie in helping users navigate that?
Definitely something to think about.